it's one of the things I was like always told. My teachers would always tell me like now I do the after school program, so it's kind of cool because I see some of my teachers that I had in middle school and high school, and they're all like, "Oh wow, look at you!" Like honestly, I'm not surprised you're working with kids. You always had the personality. It's just you had to find it yourself.
Anybody new that comes in, they'll pick everything up. And we do the same for the kids as well. We start them off slowly, and then we slowly put them in a row. Like, when they first come in, they don't immediately roll. That's the same thing with the foundation. They don't immediately roll, spar, or anything. They just drill and come class and learn stuff. Then, once they get into the advanced classes, the pace is a little faster, and the stuff, you gotta be really paying attention. And this is why Coach Steve, that's where he got his black belt from, Roberto Maya. At that point, I think there were only like 10 black belts around or something like that. And this is like him like 2 years ago.
Damn.
So we're affiliated with Yatong. Mm-hmm. And I think you guys know who these guys are.
Let's see.
So my coach will like go hang out with them. Like,
yeah.
I remember like after Connor's boxing match, I think.
Yeah.
Coach Steve was there hanging out with all them. And this is Coach John. This is Coach Steve's only black belt. He's very stingy with belts.
Okay.
I think Coach Steve would help Kenny a lot with like camps and stuff, like Shogun would show up and stuff like that. And then this one right here. Oh, okay. This is when Coach Steve got his black belt. And there's some familiar faces in here, like this guy, John Connors. John Connors and Coach Steve got their black belts at the same time. So we're affiliate schools with Connors MMA. So this is the downstairs, kind of like where I do a lot of my training. This is where I do teaching too. Like we're just about to hop into class soon. And we actually used to have a ring in there. I don't know what happened. This was before I was here. Here's a lot of the jiu-jitsu classes happen up here. So it's cool because we'll have like two things going on at once.
I mean, I don't know how people are consider it now, but a lot of people for a while were like, oh, SBG, like Conor McGregor, like must be a striking school, you know, must be like a boxing school.
It's half and half. It's like grappling, and actually here it's more grappling.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like even what's his face, Kavanaugh, he's a grappling coach. That's how he started.
He's a nasty guillotine from Coach Steve's thing. They all hung out with him. Like Jeff was telling me that too. This is the after school area where I do a lot of chilling here with the kids, helping with homework. Probably one of my favorite times of the day.
Yeah.
So usually right about now, but like 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes to get ready for class. So usually I'll be getting the kids ready for class, and then I'm gonna hop into class. So this is usually how it is. There's a lot of kids in here.
Yeah.
So this is downstairs usually. So we do a lot of the training. Like everything happens down here, basically mostly. Like our open mats and stuff. We're about to hop in the kids class, and then we're about to get changed real quick. So I think he wants to make his like amateur debut sooner or later. Yeah. So watch out. And the other weights in there. He had a tournament, and he had about like I want to say 8 submissions in one day. It was like one of my main training partners. Actually, we came up together. He brought me to SBG. Elijah. Your last grappling training, not your last one, grappling industries.
Yeah.
You had, how many submissions did you have?
9 submissions and 2 losses.
Yeah, it definitely changed my whole outlook. Everybody, even like my friends I train with now, because I have my best friend, he's like my brother. Like it's somebody I love to death. I always look up to and always will be willing to do whatever for this kid. Elijah. I grew up with him, and we went to high school together. He would see who I was, and I was almost like, I was the jock. I was sort of like a dick. I didn't care. You know what I mean? As time went on, I did martial arts, and he's just like, dude, you've changed. You have become like an amazing, humble person. And like I am enjoying. Honestly, I love life. Most people really can't say that, but I love life. Not much people get the opportunity to do this. That's why like everybody's just like, you're not nervous. I'm like, why would I be nervous right now? I'm gonna go do what I absolutely love, the moment I stepped in that cage, the first time, that experience of hearing the pin drop, the cage getting locked up, it was honestly, I didn't feel enclosed. I didn't feel like I was enclosed in a certain space. I felt almost like I was free. It was it was an amazing feeling. As I felt that, I was like, wow, okay. I was like, huh. And going in there, I was a little bit nervous, you know what I mean? I was excited, but I was a little bit nervous. As soon as I stepped in there, I was almost like, I'm home, where I'm supposed to be. It honestly gave me chills, like sitting out after the fight and thinking. I was just saying, because 6 months before that, I was going through a ton of stuff. Life was just starting to hit me again, but I just kept doing the right thing. I kept training. I kept showing up to the gym. I kept just trying to get better and better. You know what I mean? Learn. I mean, there was some hiccups along the way on this journey. Of course, there's always hiccups, but those hiccups teach you a lot. I'm like learning a lot from this martial arts. I'm learning from a lot from my coach Stephen Whittier.
Alright guys, grab your mouthpieces and line it back up. Alright guys, so today I want everybody to partner up with someone that you don't usually partner up with. You guys are to split up. So alright guys, let's get jump ropes and get started. While I'm here. Yelling kid. It's gonna be worse. Boys. How you doing?
I'm very good.
You want to take five? Because sometimes you could think that they're having a very great experience, and all of a sudden they don't show up for the next year, or they just quit because no one really cared about them. I usually like to leave a little thing, like if I don't see somebody who hasn't been in for a while, so I've been done the attendance list, but I usually try to, but for the most part, I usually look for who is not here. But, I have a variety of students in here, so I have Brian Jordan. He is Brian. How old are you? 61. 61. Out here kicking butt. Yeah, he shows up to pretty much every class.
I get my inspiration from this guy.
Yeah. As you see, there's like a variety of ages. There's kids in their 20s. There's guys in their 60s. Older women. There's younger girls. It's like a variety of people. So it's nice because we all work together, and it's not like the young guns going after the older guys.
Yeah.
So this is the first initial class that you started, and then there's the advanced classes. So this is the one I usually try to keep people when I feel like they're ready to go up to the advanced classes. Technique looks good. They're throwing punches and hands are up. You know what I mean? They have good posture. They look like they're actually they know what they're doing.
There you go.
So I send them up, but sometimes it takes some people longer. Some people build foundations. Like I have Kyle in here. He's been here a lot longer than I have, and that's my class all the time. I have who else? For the most part, Robert back there. He's been in the class for a while. He was actually started around the time I started too. This is very good. We have a lot of newer people. So this is the newer people's class. So I try to go back to the fundamentals, try to go back to the basics, postures.
Oh, it changed my whole entire life too. I don't the same kids. I used to hang around with like troublemakers, you know what I mean? Like once I started training and doing martial arts, I I dropped the bullshit and started focusing on what I really needed to do. Was focus on myself because I was so intrigued on what everybody else was doing. I was so intrigued on this, that. The day that I came in here, I trained for a couple weeks, and then I got put in the advanced program. And then I got to spar for my first time, and I was loving it. And I got to grapple for my first time. And then almost 2 years later, 6 months ago, is when I actually started MMA, because I never really did MMA in that time. I only would do a little bit of jiu-jitsu, a little bit of Muay Thai, and then finally, as time went on, I started picking up more. I started going to extra classes. I started actually showing up. You know what I mean? I started having a consistent schedule. I started being looked at as one of the regular people that comes all the time.
You gotta respect, but for the most part, the kids are good. They're all smart kids. I love the kids. They make the day fun for me. I get up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I get to work with kids today. And not much people say that. So I try to space it off. Like this is the introduction stage. So introduction stage to check-in. So I try not to have them, let's say like, I could have them walk in and I can show them check, T, all this stuff, but half of the class won't understand it. And then I want everybody to learn. I want everybody to leave the classroom understanding something, you know what I mean? Because my job for them is to make sure everybody is having fun, they're sweating, they're smiling. And right now I think they are.
It's amazing because I used to always watch like wrestling, I'll watch like certain things, and I just see guys have a belt, and I'm like, I'd ask people like, why does that guy have a belt? And they'd be like, oh, that's a champion, and I'd be like, oh, so what? That's like the guy that beat up the whole entire guy in that group. They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh wow, that'd be cool. That's cool to have one there.
I go to upstairs my coach's class. So it's like the advanced class, and like usually we go work out game plans and stuff like that. That's James! Don't run, James! Put the camera in James' face! That's my video, James. What are you doing? This is James. He's my physical trainer.
Nice to meet you.
Puts me through the ringer sometimes.
Sometimes. You're getting too good. It's getting beat up now. It used to be kind of fun. It was one-sided on my side, then it was kind of back and forth. Now it's one-sided on your side.
He used to beat me up. This guy used to beat me up when I first started. Alright, so now we're going to go upstairs.
Join us.
Oh, excuse me.
So usually, I say bye to students. Kind of like look at the attendance sheets. It's usually really busy in here for the most part. You enjoy class?
Huh?
You enjoy class?
I did. Really good.
How much tickets? Okay.
That was funny. Tickets. So we have $50 ones, $60 ones, and the $80 ones. So
See, I'm wrapping up a wine. It's
so
very
they
intense.
just the levels. It's just on levels. So
Yeah.
we have these. Is that cheesecake, Brandon?
Yeah. Don't. How long has I been waiting to bring that home?
Very long time.
At least a week. These cheesecakes have been waiting.
Dude, I want to eat this cheesecake.
I can't eat that.
Yeah, don't let him have that.
After Arthur wins a title, though, he'll have some of these too. Just waiting for him.
You're torturing him.
No, I'm not.
So
I'm incentivizing. It's motivation.
$50. These are like the balconies, like upper
Whoa.
level.
As
And then
Mickey says,
the mezzanines are like the midsection that gets like closer, and
like
then
you
the
give me the
$80 ones are like the
motivation.
cage side. So like you get to be right up close and personal.
One of my favorite lines.
I'll do the cage.
$80? Okay.
Hey, do you want? Wait, my brother. He's not here. Okay.
That's your brother?
No. Oh yeah, that is my brother. Hey, do you want to do this too? Yeah. $80.
I just want to make sure that.
I want to do. Right? Front row. I want the blood. Oh yeah.
I was just gonna say that, but I wasn't.
100 cents on you.
I'm in the right place, brother.
I'm gonna see you there. It's gonna be a great night.
See you guys.
Don't forget.
Yep.
Try to put one aside for you.
Alright, perfect. Thank you.
For the first one, he helped me because I did not know what was going on. I seen a bunch of tickets, and then money started coming in, and I was just like, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah. So then he's trying to like help me and count and stuff like that. So now we're going up to Coach Steve's class, the mastermind himself.
If you ask anybody I went to school with, or any teacher, and you ask them, would you ever see Arthur fighting? The first thing they'd say is no. They say he doesn't seem like the type of kid that would really be interested into doing that, you know what I mean? I'm shocked too, because I think to myself every day, I get up in the morning, I'm like, this is what I do, huh? And I like laugh to myself, I'm like, this is fucking awesome. And I just get so, because I know that this is like, it's a very big thing. And debuting that fight and having such good performances in there has kind of just told me that I can do it. That I don't need to make myself wait. I don't need to second guess myself. I can do it. Because that's just 2 fights and I already have a title shot. That's like one of the most amazing things. And it's not like I had been fighting for a while and finally got the opportunity. I had 2 great performances and I had to give the people what they want.
How do you feel like
about this fight going into it? I know you don't know much about your opponent or anything, so you don't have really an understanding of the matchup. But how do you feel going into this title fight?
I feel good. I'm always I always say, I don't prepare to fight. I don't prepare to only grapple. I don't prepare to only wrestle. I prepare to fight. You know what I mean? Because as an amateur, I feel like I should be building up my skills. And this is going to be a good fight for me and my opponent. Because everybody needs that fight that kind of grabs more attention towards the crowd. Just thank you to everybody. It's still, I'm just getting started in there. You guys have not seen my full potential. It's just the beginning right now. And I want to thank everybody for just coming out, supporting me, my friends, and some people I didn't even barely talk to in school are coming to my fights. And it's an amazing feeling because it's people actually care to come see me fight. Like I said, this has changed my life and this has made me a better person. And also, I would like to give a shout out to everybody at SBG. I love every single one of you guys there. This is where I started. This is where I laid it all out and told Coach Steve, hey, I someday want to fight after I started training for a little bit. And he shook his head. He goes, we can do that. Let's just wait. I was like, okay. And soon, last 6 months ago, he looked at me and goes, how about we do this? I said, hell fucking yeah, let's do it. So I would like to thank my coach, Coach Steve, Coach Sean, Coach Kevin, Crew Mark, Coach Andy, and all the coaches at Fit Your Tongue, and all my training partners, Jay Perrin, Jeff Perez, Alan Rodriguez, sorry, and my brother, of course, Elijah, love that fucking kid to death, and all the people that just have helped me through this process, and people that have looked out for me, and always have shown me love. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, everybody likes to fight just because there's publicity in it, just because people see you. You know what I mean? That's not the reason why I step in there. I step in there to test myself, and I step in there to prove myself every time. You know what I mean? It's more of I step in there to show everybody what I've been doing on my off time, or what I've been doing those last 2 years. I would like to give a shout out to Monica, the lady that made my shirt. She did the most amazing design. So any fighters out there, you better hit up Monica D'Souza, because she has this shit together. And also, I just want to thank everybody that's been helping me, my sponsors, Love and Gash. You know what I mean? I really am thankful for them. And they're one of those people, no matter what, they're always telling me, you're going to be the best. You can do it. You can do it. And not much people tell me that. My brother Elijah, of course, every single day, he's squealing in my ear telling me, you got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. And to hear that motivates me when I'm in there. I know everybody says you're alone when you're in there, but people telling you that type of shit, that stays in your head. When you're in there, the moment you're about to fucking think to give up, there's other people that you're fighting for too. Also, the final shout I'd like to give to is somebody that has kind of watched me grow up in the gym and has slowly watched me progress. Is Brandon D'Souza. From day one, we kind of didn't like each other. Actually, we didn't fucking like each other at all. And slowly as time went on, and you know how it is, how if you end up fighting each other, you end up becoming better friends. I think that was the type of relationship we had. So one day we rolled with each other, and it was just a battle, and it was just intense. And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, we became boys. Now I'm over here. I'll come, even on my days off, sometimes I come to the gym just to see him, just talk to him. And honestly, he helps me a lot.